Meep.
Warning, this podcast contains heroes, but not hero. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the SC9TV podcast for Heroes Reborn. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Clio.
Hello, who didn't fix her camera?
No, not at all. My other co-host, Nikki.
Hi, who else has to fix her camera?
And I thought we had a fourth I thought we had a... Oh!
Hey.
There's Erika over there.
And my camera is perfectly functional, by the way.
Yeah, look, I think you're consumed by the darkness.
Right.
Phoebe.
I got Phoebe behind me here. She's kind of scary, but it'll work out.
You don't want to call her scary in front of her face.
Well, they call her what, the shadow or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. So what'd you guys think of this episode?
It's really good.
Yeah, I liked it. I just watched it again, like right before the show, and it was really good.
We got to the very end, and John just like, there was still no hero.
I know they played it off like he was coming in like episode 3.
Well,
and...
they had showed. I know they've been doing this like forever,
Right.
but on the actual live broadcast, right after it, they like pretty much guaranteed that he'll be on their next episode.
Yeah, they've
Okay.
done
We'll
that
see it.
3 episodes.
We'll
No.
see it when it happens.
I can 100% confirm Hero will be in next episode. There was a separate trailer released to show Hero's entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he will be in next episode. But as for this episode, I don't know. I guess we'll start with the shadow.
Yeah.
We had Melina and Farah. They're just heading somewhere. They never exactly stated where they were heading. So
Yeah, they've made their way from the upper points of the literal North Pole down to about Quebec. So
Yeah.
they've made some progress and some distance.
Yeah, I'm not sure Melina really knows exactly where they're going.
She has no idea what's going on. It's in that envelope.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's in the envelope that she hasn't opened yet.
Yeah,
No.
The bloody envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Farah is now dead.
Yep.
Well, we didn't see her die, but she's in pain and she's bleeding.
She's dying.
She's probably not dead. She's probably gonna get plugged up to one of those machines.
Probably.
Yep.
Because she's invisible and they could totally use that.
Yeah.
I just want to bring this up because you all told me that I was wrong, but I think this is a little bit more proof that Phoebe's powers are actually inhibit other people's powers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
I did see that because Melina could not use her powers when Phoebe was going all crazy bitch on her.
Yeah. And I didn't necessarily say you were wrong. I think that her power interacted with the sun because the sun was the source of the powers. And for her to be able to block that source would be how that could tie in.
But that happened at night. Well, the thing that I used as an example the first time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're talking about the podcast. It's not a podcast. Web show.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
the web series, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand exactly how that all works, though, because, like, the eclipse is what stole their powers in season 4, I want to say it was, of the original Heroes, and they all still inhibit their powers at night, so I don't know the direct correlation to the sun. Maybe it's the combination of the sun and the moon, and I don't exactly know.
Yes.
So
It is unclear. But she looks like a fucking badass with the darkness tentacles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy. That was... why tentacles?
Why not tentacles?
Because...
I don't know. It is kind of creepy. Those, just the way they have the darkness tentacles coming out. It's like, Okay.
They looked super grabby, and I don't care. I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Super grabby.
I don't know. But yeah, Harris had been tracking them down. He's been following them for quite a while. You know,
That's not Harris Prime though.
No, not
No.
necessarily.
No, that
Prime
was
was with
Prime's in
dealing with
Renaissance.
Noah and them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, how come Harris has been like following them, and then the first confrontation we didn't have Phoebe? It's like, why bring
'Cause-
Phoebe into the second one? Why not just bring her in the first and get the job done with?
They thought they could do it without her.
She's the
And
last
they
resort.
also had Molly then.
But they already said at the end of last episode, bring in the Shadow. It's not like it was a split decision of, hey, it didn't work the first time, let's get the Shadow. They already called in the Shadow.
Plot. That's plot.
Yeah. I don't know, I just felt like that first confrontation could have been eliminated and gave more time to, the Miko storyline that didn't really have much substance to it this episode.
Well,
Yeah, and
like
we thought it was going to be a setup.
Right.
every week you say that they need less Miko time. You know?
That's
No.
me.
I think last week, I think Dom said that it should have been saved for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah,
was in agreement.
last week they absolutely did nothing. It was like, oh, let's just call a bunch of people up and go sit outside this tower. That's all they did. So I wanted more. I wasn't saying that to wipe them off. I was upset that they didn't get enough, and it just felt like they just shoehorned them in last week for the sake of shoehorning them in, where they could have just taken that scene and stuck it over. Take last week's scene and stuck it over the place of the first confrontation here, and it would have been played out, and then they would have had room to do something else last episode. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a TV producer, so I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong, but
It just
me
seemed like it would flow
personally-
better that way.
yeah, me personally, I think it would flow a little better. But Melina did escape. She jumped in the back of a logging truck and covered herself in a nice big tarp. So
It's a tarp.
she's heading somewhere. And
I think she's heading to LA because
Yeah, she meets.
we see her in the preview for whatever future episodes. She's talking to Carlos.
right.
No, Luke.
Which
She's talking
Talking
to
to Luke? I thought she was talking to Carlos.
She's talking to Luke.
Talking to Luke? Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's in San Fran? Where is he? Where's he at? He's somewhere in
I
Cali.
don't know where he is actually right now, because Luke went back home this episode.
Oh, that's right.
You know, he went and he's struggling with, being an Evo, and, reminisced of his life before Odessa's incident and everything like that. We got to see he was a doctor before everything.
He was a dentist.
Yeah, I think it was dentistry.
I thought he was a doctor. Whatever. Dentist, doctor.
I mean, they're the same.
He was in the medical field.
Yes, he was
Yeah.
in a medical field.
Yeah. But then he just burns the house down.
I mean,
Sells his half of the practice, burns the house down.
yeah, sure. Line your pockets, because he's probably just going to travel the world at this point and
he
try and do things.
technically sold his practice, but God never actually gave him money. So
Not yet.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the story here also focused on Luke, and it was a little redundant. I was like, all right, I get it. Your life was so much better before the Odessa incident, and you really miss it. I get it, Luke.
I don't know if it was so much his life, but then just his son.
Yeah, no, I know. I just felt like they lingered on it just a tiny bit too much. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. I did. But it just felt a little too long to me.
well,
But it's
I
also...
think it kind of had to focus on this is how he's dealing with the hurt, because this whole time he's just been tagging along with Joanne while she goes on the happy murder spree.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how she's dealing with the hurt, is to kill everybody else in sight. Whereas, he's not. He's more sensitive than that,
Yeah.
and he's got to deal with it his own way. And then he just burns
He
the
needs
house
to
down.
remember he has feelings.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it's a little bit to show he fucking feels guilty.
Yeah.
So he's gonna wanna. He even says he needs to atone.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want. It's not that I'm retiring. It's not that I want to change. It's just I need to atone.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. And then we have Carlos kind of having a similar situation. Like he finds out that his nephew and father, what's his face, was kidnapped. So
Father, what's his face? You did it.
Yeah, father's what's his face. That's because I don't remember the father's name. I have a hard time remembering. And if I just say the father, then it sounds like it's his dad.
It
So
could be like the pastor, the priest.
Priest.
Okay,
There's a
pastor,
hundred
what's his
different words
face?
for that.
Yeah, pastor, what's his face? Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Nailed it. Or priest, what's his face? Nailed it. He finds out that they're missing. So the only person he could possibly think of is Captain Deering. So he goes to the police station, demands to see him, and then is told to wait. Detective goes over, talks to the captain. He's like, yeah, just make him wait a little bit. In the meantime, the Epic glasses show up in a package, and Deering just happens to be walking by when they put them on.
But being a police officer, being a detective, or whatever the fuck he is,
Mm-hmm.
he should have known they were coming.
Yeah,
he
he
should
should
have
have
known
known.
those glasses were coming.
But you know what? When they said, I can't believe that this actually can detect evos when they're in the vicinity. I don't think he knew that. I think he just thought they were special glasses.
Yeah,
No,
it was
like they knew.
He seemed really surprised when they said that out loud, and he was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
they. I don't know. If they're struggling for absolute sense of reality here, but I've had a few law enforcement officer family members, and they don't really get told a lot of this stuff. Like,
Okay.
they might have said, the Epic hardware is coming in sometime, and we'll train you on it when it gets in, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not have explained, Epic is to detect evos, and if you track an evo or whatever, well, they knew what they had to do as soon as they saw an evo. But it was like, it also kind of seemed like they didn't know it was coming in then, like it came in early.
Mm.
Because
the way they were talking about it, they seemed to know what it was.
Yeah.
It's like,
but I think part of it too is Captain Deering is out at night doing his escapades and stuff. He may not just be completely focused and may have just yes things to death and not paid attention to what he was doing.
He also had his feet up on the desk, like he was taking a nap in the middle of the day. He doesn't seem like the most attentive at work.
Yeah.
So
it's like he's got it easy.
Yeah, whatever.
I did like that whole scene though, where he's like, both of them see that he's an evo, so he tries to attack one of them, and the other just tranks him.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like we're ready for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they trank him. They send him out for transport. In the meantime, El Vengador, pretty much rips him out of the van.
Yeah, Hulk smash.
Dang, his suit is awesome.
That suit is incredible.
It's a great suit.
And it does work a lot better in practice than when he was first testing it out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It seems less steampunky this time.
Yeah.
Probably tweaked it.
It's been working on it the whole time. So, I mean, that's kind of cool, little hook, and everything that was going on there. We don't exactly find out where they're being held, or we just know he's off to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
off to see the wizard.
What a wizard about?
because
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 of the wonderful things he does.
do.
Okay.
Thanks for that side tangent.
You're welcome.
I don't even know. I want to just teleport you away. Can I just teleport you out of here?
Sure.
Click.
Me?
No.
Teleport me to Disneyland.
Oh.
No.
Past gates. So it's like already
Past the gates? No, I'm going to teleport you in front of the gates so you still have to pay.
Mm-mm.
That would be the worst power ever.
Teleport you in front of the gates without your wallet.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, Tommy might do that. But Tommy's going through some struggles here, finding out he's adopted. And
and that's in the worst way too,
yeah.
because he was
absolute worst
already
way.
on notice and on edge, sitting in the police office. Or
Mhm.
okay,
I mean, so this kind of really goes back to what we were saying. We were talking about how I was kind of confused, thinking the mother had powers this whole time, when she didn't. So this really starts to put this into perspective for me that, Tommy's adopted. Who were Tommy's parents?
I don't know, but his real name is Nathan. That's what they called him when he was visiting. When what's his Casper and the mom were in the hospital
Yeah.
room. She called him Nathan.
She did. So does that make him a Petrelli?
There's already
I
a
don't-
name, Charlie.
He may be Nathan Petrelli Jr.
yay, Claire's brother.
I mean,
Or
it
did you
has been
forget that?
5 years since we saw those kids last. At least 5. Well, more than that.
I mean, we knew Claire was swept under the rug, and she didn't know that Nathan. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities that Nathan did this again.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Nathan Petrelli, serial Evo creator.
God. I don't know. I'm starting to get a Petrelli vibe, because this whole thing is technically Claire was a Petrelli, and I've been kind of even though she's Claire Bennett, whatever, she's technically a Petrelli, and involved in that whole family. And this would be the perfect way to tie in Angela into the storyline.
It would.
True.
We know Angela's coming at some point, so Tommy going to her for answers to his questions. It really I don't see any
What
other
if it
good way to
wasn't-
tie her in.
What if it wasn't Nathan Petrelli? What if it was Peter Petrelli?
Could be.
And he named the kid after his brother.
He could have. He wouldn't
But
have
this
named it
would've
after
had
his
to-
brother
this-
after he died, but
Yeah.
because it's only been 5 years
Yeah,
since
this
the
would've had
last
to been-
Heroes.
He looked up to Nathan a lot.
He did.
So
He did, but I also feel like Peter's not the kind of person that would sweep a kid under the rug. So
Maybe he didn't know.
through the whole
well,
yeah,
it
but
would
then-
have been Angela doing it,
There's that too. Angela.
because because it wouldn't have been Peter pregnant. It would have been a woman that we don't know, and
yeah.
Angela
I just
would've-
pictured Peter pregnant.
that would be funny.
Peter, you can
That
tell us
would be
something.
one. That would be one hell of an Evo power.
Oh yeah.
Well, we do know he can absorb powers.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't want to know, Peter, how that child came into this earth.
What is your superpower? I touch people and make them pregnant. So how did you have a kid? Well,
I touched
myself.
myself.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh, I gotta start singing again.
So Tommy in the meantime goes to his alleged mom for answers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when
Who's
Casper
mom?
shows up.
She raised him.
He
Yeah.
Mom.
You know what? Tom even asked Casper, "Are you my dad?"
Right.
Casper's like, "No,
Nope.
no."
And I was
Yeah,
like,
confirmed
I was watching and I'm like, you put that in there for the people like me who fucking thought that, you
Mhm.
bastards.
But there's still no evidence that he's not Siler.
Yeah, that should have been his next question. Are you Siler?
Yeah, just completely randomly.
Right off breath field, but it answers all the internet questions.
Yep. But Casper shows up, tells Tommy that he has to save the world. Surprise, surprise. And Tommy's like, "Nope, peace."
I don't blame him, to be honest.
I don't either.
really
That's
don't.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Save the world. Save the cheerleader. Save the world.
Yeah, if it's saving a cheerleader, that's a lot easier than just saving the world straight out.
Completely unrelated, but I just saw on the news yesterday that Hayden Panettiere is taking a leave from Nashville. They're
Interesting.
saying it's for rehab for going to postpartum depression,
Gotcha.
but
Ah.
who knows?
Could be because she's going to Heroes Reborn Season 2.
Please no.
Or just a cameo at the end, or
Cameo's fine.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, but Tommy teleports back to visit Emily, and it looks like they're going on a mission together next week.
Okay.
Mission.
I don't know. Tommy's story right now is my favorite of the groupings.
Yeah.
Like Melina, I'm not too interested in. Luke, the dynamic was more interesting when you were wondering what was going to happen between him and his wife. And now it's just watching him being depressed, and I'm not into that story anymore.
My favorite is Quentin. People keep beating on him, and it's not cool.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Quentin would have been my favorite story if Quentin was still the same Quentin from the web series, but they still have not portrayed him in that same light.
No, they still haven't.
I agree. Also, it's all focused on Noah, and I found it so funny where like Quinn had the gun to Harris. I'm jumping ahead. I don't care. And Noah's like, no, don't do that. I'm like, oh, okay, Noah. I guess you're the only one who gets to make bad decisions. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but, Noah and Quentin, they teamed up with Erika's daughter. You have a daughter, Erika?
Yep.
Taylor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, they're trying to find out Erika's plan. So.
Yeah, what's your plan, Erika?
Yeah, what is your plan?
Well, if you saw in the end, they're gonna wipe all of humanity out because they're gonna blow up the sun, make it, and then reverse the magnetic poles and have like the entire solar radiation just bake the Earth and kill 98% of all life on Earth. And
well, they said they made it seem like a solar flare was coming and not that they were causing it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that really started confusing me, because I'm like, all right, so there's this solar flare coming. It's coming a week within the week. It's coming earlier than they expected, because they said it's coming earlier than we expected. It's within the week. And
it seems like
I'm just like, wait a second. So one single scientist at Renatus is the only one in the world to know the solar flare is coming.
Yeah, they would have. They watched this stuff like crazy. They would have known. Like,
right.
Yeah.
World governments would have known as soon as anything started happening.
So I feel like the solar flare is something to do Evo related that Renatus isn't necessarily causing, but they're preparing for.
Yeah.
And something that maybe scientists who are looking for normal flares wouldn't see.
It's completely possible. I want a better explanation on that. So
yeah, I
mean,
mean,
it was kind of like a teaser, so I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if we'll get an explanation until it happens.
Right. We did see though that when Noah and they're looking through some stuff, they find out that she's got like this storage unit of like animal embryos. It said something like animal seeds on it or something like that. So I'm assuming that that's embryos, because you can't exactly plant animals in the ground and grow them.
I think it's plant seeds too.
Yeah, plant seeds and animal embryos, but it said animal seeds. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, but yeah, I
grow animals.
Yeah, I believe there was something about plants on it as well. So.
I mean, you saw the stuff they were doing in that lab. I'm pretty sure they could just put an embryo in a tube and grow it.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I want to know, what the hell is her plan? How does she plan on surviving this?
They warped. Like, it looked like they warped the tank away, like the thing full of seeds away. So my first thought was, are they warping it to the moon? Are they going to terraform the moon? I don't know.
I think the moon would kind of be, torched a bit too.
Yeah. Well, the only reason... Yeah, that's very true. Well, the only reason I thought the moon was because earlier that episode, for some reason, I thought that if Peter Pan, if he wanted to, he could warp someone to the moon.
Peter Pan, Tommy?
I randomly thought that in the episode.
You mean Tommy could do that?
Yeah. I forget his name constantly, so if I forget it, I call him Peter Pan.
Nathan, Tommy, Peter Pan, Robbie K.
Robbie K.
The actual actor's name, Robbie K.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, Robbie K kind of sounds like a rapper.
He is a rapper.
Is Robbie K?
Pan the man.
Pan always wins.
Pan never fails.
Pan never fails, that's what it was. Pan never fails.
But Yeah, I mean, so then outside of that, Noah is like point blank. He's like, "Did you kill Claire?" She's like, "No." And she's like, "Hero's dead though. He died at
Yeah,
the
sure, he's
incident.
dead.
He's dead, but he's coming back next episode."
Time travel, wibbly wobbly.
Wibbly wobbly,
We all
timey
know
wimey.
that
Hero
Hero
is the
is quick
doctor.
on his feet and he can get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something that annoys me. Because we've known Heroes coming back to this show. He's been in every freaking commercial. And then they have the audacity to tell us he's dead. I'm like, come on.
Right.
Stop it.
Well, maybe she wants to think he's dead, or maybe she was
Or maybe
told
she
he
does
was
think
dead.
he's dead. I know.
Yeah.
Maybe she does think he's dead. But it was just sort of like, I was just sort of like, really?
I mean,
Yeah.
we know that she did have the technology to like pinpoint certain evos, like follow their wavelengths and stuff. Maybe she just couldn't track him, and that's how she thought he was dead because she just couldn't get a hold on his signal.
Yeah, she probably thinks he's dead. Same way everybody thinks Claire is dead.
Yes.
Including Noah. When I'm almost convinced that was staged for Noah.
I don't know. I'm not sure of anything anymore.
Yeah.
Noah seems like the kind of guy that would go out of his way to stage his own daughter's death to hide something from himself.
Of course. But I don't think Claire has anything to do with what he's hiding. Because I think he orchestrated
No, but he may want to keep her safe and hidden. Because imagine if Renatus was using Claire the same way that they were using Molly. Now imagine that they tap into her ability to regenerate, and now Renatus cannot be killed. Everybody that works at Renatus can just be instantly regenerated. So I feel like he would have wanted to hide Claire.
Well, we do know that there's other.
Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, because there was the whole speech with Erika saying how when they acquired Primatech, she was hoping that Noah would come work, for her, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And, so there was definitely a relationship there. They knew of each other going into it, and, he got out for a reason. So, for him to stage Claire's death and actually believe it, when he goes and questions, like Erika, and then asks a question like that, did you kill Claire? If he knows that Claire's hiding somewhere, that wouldn't be a question that he's going to ask Erika. So it's just little things like that. I don't know. I feel like Claire is alive. I don't know. I still can't wrap my head around how she could possibly die right now.
Yeah, that's something that would need to be explained thoroughly for us to believe that she's dead, because unless her head was completely lopped off, which we saw wasn't the case in that video, there's no way.
Yeah. I mean, there was a shadow, so Phoebe could be involved in that somehow, and like, Clio said, it can repress the powers. We've seen that before, though, with the
eclipse,
eclipse from last year. She'd completely died, and then as soon as the eclipse was restored, her powers regenerated her, and she came back to life. So, it still doesn't give me a good explanation. I need something better than that.
It's the I call it the Jack Harkness power, because that's the only other character I know that has one like that.
Yeah.
Where they completely obliterate the body and everything, and it just
Claire is
regenerates.
Deadpool. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even Highlander, when you take the head off, they're dead.
Yeah. Claire is Deadpool. Confirmed.
Yep.
Hashtag confirmed. I mean, and then we had the Miko storyline, which just, for coincidence purpose, allowed her to save Noah and Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all it boiled down to this episode. I would have rather had them save themselves. Yeah, well, I mean, they got the sword back. But
Which I think that sword's going to tie into how Hero comes and shows up and is like, oh, yo, what up?
We did see in the previews that Miko and Noah had a little, they were making a connection, and he was like, whoa.
Here,
she
my
was like,
sword.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you see Hero with 2 swords. So it looks like he's been dual wielding some blades, but I feel like that sword was never really the cause of his powers, because he had those powers before he even had the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I believe it was more of a placebo effect, where he felt like he needed the sword more than he actually did.
Yeah, made him feel like a hero.
Yeah.
Motivated him. Yeah.
So.
It's like when you give Dumbo
It's
the feather, he
Dumbo.
actually flies.
Right. Exactly. Dumbo Nakamura.
Well, they've said that sword is the girl's father's sword.
Mm-hmm.
They've said that it's Hero's sword. What if that's Hero's daughter? Or we just think it's this other guy?
I mean,
Could be.
I already know the actor that's playing her father. He's the same.
Yeah.
He's the same actor as the detective last season in iZombie.
Yes.
Not Detective Babineau, but the other one. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Suzuki, yeah. So it's that actor that will be playing her father. So we definitely know that they're not linked in that way, but because of time travel and everything, and that the sword existed back in like early Japan, we know that sword is old. It's very,
Yeah.
very, very old. So if it was her father's sword, he would have to come from like forever in the past.
Yeah.
So
I think I've been thinking a lot about Miko, because a lot about her doesn't make sense, because there's this whole part of her apartment she didn't know was there. She seems to just sit around before she went on this adventure. She seemed to just sit around her apartment doing nothing,
listening to music.
I almost don't believe she's real.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
She
No.
better be a person.
I don't think she is. I
Yeah.
don't think she's real at all.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
didn't know
I know,
what
and-
school she went to, you know.
Yeah.
And today
Either
they
there's
were,
something wacky with her memory, or she's not a person.
and like they make you think she is because the way Harris was like checking, and like
Yeah.
she's dodging. They're like, oh, she's dodging because she thinks she's an Evo or something. She
Yes.
has powers.
What-
But if she's not a real person, would it catch up? Would it catch her?
Probably not. But I swear Harris looked at her and nothing happened.
I mean, he was scatting the whole crowd. She's
Well,
just standing there. It's not like it.
That woman that he grabbed was just the one that looked like her. It was,
Yeah.
a random Asian woman, and he did the whole racist thing of you all look alike.
Yeah.
Well,
But then when he
even
scanned her,
that.
it was like, okay.
Like he had the glasses on when he let them in through the gate, and
Yeah.
he scanned the whole crowd. And she was there clearly when he
Well,
scanned.
I thought she jumped
don't
over the
know.
wall at that point.
No, that was
That
in
was
the hallway.
second.
Okay.
Yeah, that was inside. That's the second time.
I'm talking about outside when he just lets them into the gate.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
mean,
I'll take care of it.
They left little hints. Like you go back to that first episode, like I said, and when what was his name?
Ryu?
Rio?
Ren.
Ren. When Ren
Yeah.
goes to meet her, and he's like, "Oh, where do you go to school?" And she's just like, I don't know." So
I
it's
don't
like
go to
little
school.
things like that have been hidden from the start, where it's just like it seems like, oh, she's just trying to brush him off for whatever. She doesn't want to talk, but it's hidden from the start. So I 100% don't think she's real.
Definitely agree.
She's a
So-
This
generated
has been driving me
anomaly.
crazy. I'm like, girl, you don't make sense.
Yeah, she's just very confused about customs, different things. Like she seemed mesmerized by the airplane, and I don't know. It's just like she's from the game. There's no
Unless
ifs,
she
ands, or buts
really,
about
really
it.
got her memory fiddled with, I honestly, I don't think she's real either.
Yep.
But and Harris also said something about her. The way he worded it, and it wasn't Japanese, but the way he worded it was like, you're like something he made, or here's her father. It's like something.
His best
Maybe.
creation,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he
Something
worded it in a
that-
way that seemed like not
Like nothing
created
invent.
like give
yeah.
birth to, but made something.
Yeah,
Right.
like he invented her.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think that's about it. You guys have anything else for this episode?
No, it's good. It's good.
I know
Yeah.
I wasn't here
Better
last
plan.
week. When I wasn't here last week, and the one thing that I was going to mention was when Joanne killed the one Evo, and the dog came in and laid on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that, how we all pretty much melted. We're like, no.
So I melted too. So
Yeah.
I just had to bring that up because I wasn't here.
Yep. All right. Well, next week, Hero is 100% confirmed. So, can I get a collective yata?
Yatta!
Next week, the episode is called Game Over. Noah Bennett takes it upon himself to seek important answers by finding Hero. After making a startling discovery, Tommy and Emily take an unexpected journey. Melina finds an ally, and Erika takes measures to interfere with Miko's mission.
Oh, Erika.
There's no word from Carlos, so I'm assuming we're still going to get the El Vengador story, but it's completely possible that it may be glazed over this episode.
That's okay. I'd like to see them, because there's a lot going on, and if they keep going at this rate, it's just going to be really hard to just collectively see all the stories come into one. They need to start taking some out and focus and go a little bit longer and make it so that it's more concrete.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be taking at least one story and making it the main focus for the episode, and then putting everything else on the back burners. And unfortunately, it seems like Miko and Ren's story has been kind of taking the backseat for the last 2 episodes. So I hope that they get their story was pretty much the main story of the first episode. So we are 5 in, and there's about 5 stories going on. So it's about time for it to come back around. But I feel like they just need, even if it's not the main story, just more than 5 minutes of the episode,
Mm-hmm.
So I am excited. Clio, where can people find you?
You can find me at Cliomoto on the socials and on Twitch at the Cliomoto.
Excellent. Nikki, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Erika, where can the people find your heinous plans to destroy the world?
What is that? Somewhere in Colorado. Yeah, you can actually find me pretty much everywhere at Erika Reign 7. And with the darkness, you can actually read it now.
There you go. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Now I'm down.
Do 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 do.
You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube /ASO TV Podcast for some podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows.
It's fun.
Till next week. See you guys later.
Sorry.
Gotta get that big Hero 6 fist bump in again. Right?
Oh, yeah.
La 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 la.
La la la.